Hello, class. My name is Sean Grady, and today my TED topic is about Kate Stone's paper DJ turntables, DJ decks made out of paper. And I chose that topic because it's pretty revolutionary. Think about it. Um, who would think of having a piece of paper that's interactive? In my opinion, that's, if that technology keeps getting developed, it would be a step up from the iPad. Actually, me personally, some friends and I, we use the iPad every once in a while to produce music or do some music on it, just because of the portability of it and interactive that you have with the music and the instruments, and it's kind of more like a hands-on instead of using a MIDI controller or anything like that. But what she did, she was a sheep herder um, back in her younger years and everything before she went to college. And she was making a statement about how sheep, um, you can't make them do what you want them to do because you take them out of their own environment. So you got to figure out a way to kind of get them to do what you want them to do. So it is with this device that she came up with. You can take paper and use it for writing, you use it for billboards or just anything like that. But to make an interactive device or instrument out of it is kind of mind boggling. And I remember times where friends and I, we would sit there and try to produce tracks. And the whole time, sometimes you get in that, that, that writer's block to where you can't loop a beat right or chop up a sample right or something like that, and you come up with this I wish I could have a machine where I could hook it to my head and just it'll just program the beat how I have it in my head and I know I have it right. Well, she's kind of close to doing something like that to an extent, to where you taking a piece of paper and just making a drum kit out of a piece of paper, or making a DJ decks out of a piece of paper, and have it linked to your iPod or iPad rather, and interactive. That's pretty much a step up from the iPad, because you're using everyday materials around you to create something that's meant for something else. It's like you can take, for example, water, and water can be a solid, a liquid, a gas. All right, and you take that, and you take the water if you're thirsty or if you need to wash, or ice if your drink is a little warm, you need it cold, or you take it as a gas form for steam and use it for cleaning. Basically, that's kind of how she was talking about. You take what's available to you and create it for your benefit for something else, like how she was saying about the sheep. You they just kind of go by their own rules, but you have to trick them into doing what you want them to do. And that way, both parties is happy. So I like to see this technology further developed. I mean, it kind of amazed me just watching it. I mean, that's something else. I mean, it's mind-boggling enough with just the iPad having an interactive screen. That seems believable, but actually having paper objects, just plain paper that you can touch and have something that's interactive come from it. That's, in my opinion, pretty much the wave of the future there. And I would like to see more develop and come from that. I thought that was pretty neat. And I actually think that if she keeps developing, she can actually, sell her ideas to companies like Apple or M Audio or whoever that makes or Avid for Pro Tools, whoever makes like MIDI controllers and uh, audio interfaces and services and stuff like that. And the cost of it would be probably cheaper considering the media that she's using, just plain old paper. And it'll take up less space on your desk and all that, and also it'll just change the way that you create music or interact. I mean, who's to say that you couldn't have a piece of paper that's a remote control for your TV? And it was crazy how she was saying about the the idea she had for the interactive newspaper. That was pretty. That was pretty clever, because to me it's more like the iPad, because the iPad is hands-on, but it's an electronic device. Hardware, wires, and all that. But to have a everyday common piece of paper that's interactive, to where you can touch something on that piece of paper and have something, some sort of interaction or media come from it, to where you touch a certain part of the paper and um, a video clip plays, or music from the column or whatever that is being described comes from it. And I think that would be pretty amazing. So it just caught my attention, because that's something that I've actually thought about years back, but not quite to the extent that, excuse me, that she went about going and doing it with just plain paper. You know, so that's why I chose that TED topic, because it really kind of touches base with how things work today, and how people interact with things today, as far as media and electronics and the internet and computers and all that. So I'm gonna follow this story a little more and see what becomes of it. But yeah, I'm just thought I'd share that with y'all, and I appreciate you stopping by and checking out my TED post. Thank you, Sean Gray.